Good day. Today I will be answering 5 very important questions I get asked about the Global Korean Scholarship, which is a study in Korea for free program, meaning you are coming to Korea for all expense paid trip. Your tuition for master's or PhD or even undergraduate is free of charge. The 5 questions I would be answering are in this order, and you can see them listed on your screens. So the master's and PhD. Now, this is a disclaimer that I do not offer scholarships and I do not currently do the GKS program. The information I'm providing are from the GKS website and they may be subject to change, but the information I'll provide you will be basic and beneficial. So if you follow what I am saying, then you can make a good application and you might be considered and successful. This GKS scholarship is very competitive. More than 1,820 students all over the world apply, would be taken from this scholarship, and more than 10,000 people will apply. But if you are lucky, that if you meet the requirements, then it's a life-changing opportunity for you. So please listen attentively as I discuss each and every of these important questions and also provide the answers. So first, I would refer you to go to the link for the GKS scholarship. So I've shared the link on the page. Please check that. For the first question about who can benefit from the GKS scholarship, the GKS scholarship is a highly competitive scholarship, and now it is open for all international students, undergraduate, masters, and PhD. So if you wish to pursue especially higher education in South Korea with full fund, then this scholarship can support you. In 2025, the Korean government aims to welcome 1,800 talented students from around the world. So the scholarship covers your tuition fee. One, that's your school fees. You don't pay anything. The government will pay you. Second, your air flight tickets. Going and coming to and fro is covered. Your living expenses is also covered. And your health insurance and research support is also covered. And especially if you do the language program and you get a very high topic. Topic is like IELTS or 12. And if you get a very high score, up to 5 or 6, you are qualified for additional stipend all through your program. So it's a very, very lucrative scholarship to apply for. Now, the second question is the eligibility criteria. So and what you are required to provide. First thing to do before applying for this scholarship, most times I tell people that it takes about a year to prepare ahead for this scholarship. So you can't just dabble in and pay. You might lose your money. So it's better to prepare well. I have put on the screen the form, the application form, and what you need to submit for this scholarship. So first of all, please take notes. The first thing you need to prepare. So these are the list of documents you need to submit. So you also have to provide, if you have graduated, maybe you're going for master's, you have to provide your bachelor's graduation certificate and transcript. And if you're going for PhD, you have to provide your master's graduate certificate and transcript. You need also to provide a proof of overseas Korean documents. If you are maybe a Korean that has been adopted, or you are a foreigner that has been adopted by Korean parents. So this is optional. Another optional document is proof of Korean citizenship document and proof of Korean War veteran descent. These are all optional. Certificate of employment or experience, especially if you work in a company, is an added advantage, but it is also optional. Then your score report, either for English proficiency tests, which is both the IELTS or the 12. So you have to provide one of them, and they will tell you the particular score. I believe that the score you should aim for in your country, for Korea, they accept 5.5 and above or 6 and above. But if you can get 7 and above, it is more, it's better for you, because as I said, it's highly competitive. Next, we'll get to the number of students that are being taken for this program. So let's see. I've put a form that shows the number of students that are required from each country. So the highest number goes to China. I think China is very close to South Korea, so they take about 35 students from the embassy tract. Now, there are 2 tracts for application, the embassy. What this means is you go to the embassy and make your application. The embassy helps you, provides you with 3 university options. So they help you look for a professor in 3 universities. Hopefully, if you're lucky, you're able to get a good professor and a good university. Then there is the university tract. In this one, you apply directly to a university. You have to put just one university and maybe submit that you are going through the embassy tract. But note that the embassy tract only allows lesser number of people than the university tract allows lesser number of people than the embassy tract. So please bear that in mind when you're making application. If you go to the form that I'm talking about, that is showing on the screen, you can see the particular universities that are under both the embassy tract and the university tract. In the embassy tract, there are 21 universities that are listed here, and in the university tract, there are 5 universities that are listed here. So please take note of this. We can see the number of quota for each country. So here there are about 146 countries that are qualified to apply for this scholarship. If you are from Nigeria, there are only 6 quota for the embassy tract and 5 quota for the university tract. So a total of 11 Nigerians will be eligible to be sponsored fully to study in Korea after they've gone through the different process of the application. When I applied previously, there were 3 rounds then. So I don't know about now. First, the submission, the screening, they will screen, and then they'll tell you you're qualified. Then you go secondly for an interview, and then the third would be like an oral interview, if I'm correct. So there are 3 screening process from the application time. The application time for this starts at the ending of January till the end of, I believe, March. So please get to the website and check the application time. So China, as I said, is the country that has the highest number with 34 for the embassy tract. We also have people from Vietnam, Indonesia. They have about 30 quota. So 30 people can come from these countries. Most African countries that speak English, like the Ghana, Uganda, they have about 6 quota to come to Korea in the embassy tract and 5 in the university tract. So let's go now to the 3rd question. The 3rd question is, how can you qualify for this program? As I've said, you have to get all the documents that are required and listed on the website. You have to have your international passport. A work experience in maybe writing or research is an added advantage. If you have any working experience, it is very good. So please add a working experience into this. Also, if you have never stayed in Korea before, it's a good advantage. So if you have never been to Korea, you have an advantage. That's the truth. Even those that are in Korea and try to apply, most times they do not get it. So if you're outside Korea is an advantage because they want to inculcate their culture. They want you to go through all the process of training. Now, it's important to note that these countries I'm calling that have a high quota are contributing significantly to the growth of Korea. Korea is a country that is highly developed, but their high development has led to some people forfeiting their family life, such that they are having a very low birth rate now. So they need foreign experts to come and help them, especially to sustain what they have already developed. So when you're coming here, it depends on the mentality you are bringing. If you're bringing a mentality of, oh, I just want to work and earn the money, you have that opportunity. But I believe that why they are going through all this process, because first, you're going to do a language immersion program, and before you go for the the master's and PhD, the language immersion is to help you, blend into the society very well and not have many challenges. Okay, I'll talk more about that. And when you finish studying, they expect that either you join, they give you an allowance for some visa, that either you join a company or you can create your own company, by yourself. All the opportunities you need are there. But the main thing they want you to do is to speak the Korean language. If you can speak the Korean language, there is no limit to what you can do, irrespective of the country you are from. So that takes me now to the fourth question. The fourth question is the quota. Okay, I've mentioned the quota already or during my discussion, as I said, that each country, about 146 countries are listed. So it would be good if you go through these countries and see if your country is eligible. Okay? Now, how long will the program for GKS last for both masters and PhD? So this is the last question. And it's important to know that your masters will last for 3 years. The first 1 year, you will be studying the Korean language only. You will have a language immersion. I think it's a beautiful experience for several people that come. That way, in 1 year, you study the language, you know the grammar structure, you know how to interact with foreigners, how to interact with the indigenes, the citizens of Korea. You know how to maneuver your way without, having several challenges. So they take you to several beautiful places, restaurants, just trying to understand the culture. And this still continues even after you finish the program. Anytime they have cultural experience, they take you, I think maybe once a month or so. So it's a very beautiful experience even after. So after 1 year, you have the language program. Then 2 years, you would have the master's program. You study your master's for 2 years, or 3 years for PhD. A language program for PhD 1 year, and then the PhD program 3 years. So you have 4 years for PhD and 3 years for master's. For the undergraduate study, I think you have 1 year for the language, and then depending on your course, so it's maybe 4 years or thereabout. So those are the length of time you have to study this program. I would highly encourage any of you to really apply. I've lived in Korea for 7 years plus now, and I can tell you it's an amazing place to be. It's relatively safe. You can walk outside as a woman at night without any challenges. You can study in a very high technologically developed area without any challenge, and you would have very good experience, especially if you are proactive. There are some challenges you have to understand when you're coming to Korea, and that is the culture shock. That's why you need the language immersion program, because the way you may behave in your country may be very different. Korea is a very homogeneous country. The way one behaves is the way almost all of them behave. They have a unanimous culture. So if you are bringing your own culture and trying to impose it, it might be a challenge. So please keep that in mind, that if you want to study, apart from your qualifications, you should have the ability to submit to elders, especially in Korea. They do not take their elderly people for, you cannot take them for granted. Whatever they say sometimes is final. So please keep that in mind so that you can have good relationship, especially with your professor and with other Korean colleagues. I hope you take up this opportunity. Please do not be afraid. Just make your application by faith. Prepare your documents ahead. If you want to do it next year, that is fine. Just prepare all that you need ahead. And if you have any questions, kindly send me a message. I may not reply now because I'm also working, but I'll find time to send a reply as soon as I can. I hope this helps somebody. All right, take care and God bless you.